Pieces flying left and right. Time is running out, but it's alright. Patterns form like magic tricks. Fingers dance with quick, sharp flicks. Eyes are locked on cardboard hues. Every move's a racing muse. Corners meet with frantic cheer. Victory's scent is drawing near. Puzzle mania late at night. Feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town. On fire, tension snaps. Hands aligned at final clasp. Cheers are up, the crowd's amazed. In the glow of winning race. Piece by piece we conquer all. Speed puzzlers in the hall. Eyes on target, hearts ablaze. In this rush, we find our craze. Puzzle mania late at night. Feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's competition. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me all right? Awesome, great to have you all with us. So yeah, there's a lot happening this weekend speed puzzling wise. There's competitions happening all around Europe and in America. And yeah, but there's plenty of people who are not participating in a championship and are right here with us today. Yeah, so I'd like to welcome my co-host for today, Catherine. Nice to have you there. Have you with us?
Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, so actually we had quite an interesting theme for this peers competition today. We asked our participants in the registration form about competition formats and what type of competition would you like to participate in that may or may not exist. So we had quite a few interesting comments. Yeah, so I'd like to ask you first, Catherine, what ideas do you have for a competition you'd like to participate in?
Yeah, so I saw the idea that I really wanted to try out. I saw a bunch of times coming up, which is the puzzle chicken. If you haven't heard of it, it's you basically, everybody gets the same puzzle. You get to look at the puzzle and there's a certain time limit. Let's say it's 90 minutes, but you get to decide when you start the puzzle. So the later you start, the faster you have to finish it. Your time will only count if you actually finish it within the time that you think you're going to finish it. So it's the competition basically that will challenge you also to know how fast are you actually able to finish a puzzle. If you wouldn't finish it in the time that you have allocated for yourself, then your time will be the 90 minutes plus whichever pieces you haven't finished yet. So I think that's a really cool concept and I would love to try it out.
Well, that hasn't been done yet with a mystery puzzle. So it's been done in the UK jigsaw competition, like online, but everybody knew the puzzle in advance. They were the ones that had been used at the Worlds. And so people also, they did practice beforehand, so they kind of knew roughly where they were. So yeah, it would be quite different to do it with a complete mystery puzzle. And yeah, you would look at the puzzle and think, okay, can I do this in 90 minutes, 2 hours, 1 hour? And then you basically start when you think you can do it. So yeah, what else would you like to participate in?
Yeah, I'd love to do some more marathons. It's like, it's one of those things that if you do it one time, you can't like stop it. So it's, yeah, I hope more people are going to organize marathons. Um, Puzzling chess or puzzle chess is, yeah, a fast way to do it. And I would love to do more competitions with smaller sized puzzles. So 200-piece puzzles, 300-piece puzzles instead of the 500. Just because they would be faster and I think it would be more fun.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of great ideas. Actually, so just wanted to respond to, oh yeah, welcome to everyone who's watching us on YouTube. Just wanted to respond to a message in the chat. Can we alternate the view from time to time so we can see the others? No, I can't actually. So when I have it on maximum format, I'm trying to fit as many people onto the screen as possible. It just says at the bottom 24 other people are in view. I can't choose which people are on my screen. It's kind of random, but when we go through the competition, we will pin people. We'll try to show as many pairs as possible and get a closer up view. But just for the moment, this is the view we have. Yeah, so there were actually lots of interesting comments. So I'm going to hand it over to Catherine now to read out some of the comments from our participants, and I'll just do the checks in the background. So yeah, go ahead, Catherine.
Yes, so Vies and her partner Danik, they said, I would really like to try out a blind puzzle competition without a box or poster. Would be so much fun to see how fast that could be. You can try this out at home, by the way. Ask your partner, your parents, your brothers or sisters to buy you a puzzle and just take it out of the box and put it in a bag and just try to solve it. But yeah, I agree. It would be really fun to do that as a competition as well. We have some funny answers here from our UK competitors saying a 3-armed puzzle race, a pairs competition where you have one hand tied to your pairs. I think that would be amazing, and it would probably work best if one of you is left-handed and the other one's right-handed, and then you just tie the hands together. That's your non-dominant hand. A puzzle biathlon, so 4 times 1K running or cross-country skiing, laps with 900-piece puzzle at the end of each loop. There's more people that have said something about a combination of puzzling and running. And that kind of reminded me of this kids game we used to play at children's birthday parties when I was little, which would be like you do like a little run. At the end of the run, you get one piece, you have to run back, and then there's one person who will like assemble the puzzle and in each team, and the other kids have to do like the run every time to get puzzle pieces. It kind of reminded me of that. Somebody said, I would enjoy entering a competition in which the motif of the puzzle isn't clear in the beginning, like a mystery puzzle that stays a mystery even after unwrapping. So that's just, I would say, a little bit of a different take on the blind puzzling. Yeah, people would love to do marathons. Somebody is mentioning a solo marathon that would be online. I know that Kati Reiner is organizing a solo marathon in Germany this summer. So if you can go to Bavaria, maybe have a look at Kati's Instagram. I think you can find the info for that. Doing a puzzle row by row. That seems hard. But also doable, especially if you're doing like a gradient puzzle or something like that. I think that could be fun. Somebody says to do a puzzle as slowly as you possibly can. Whoever lasts the longest wins. I guess that would be really interesting to see like the top puzzlers trying to do this, because, or people who are used to speed puzzling, because I for sure cannot puzzle slowly anymore. It's impossible. Yeah, instead somebody's suggesting instead of one time 500-piece puzzle, everyone should do 5 times 100-piece puzzle. I think that's a great idea, and I think that might be even something that could be done relatively easy.
Yeah, that's something that I would like to do. Well, I have a lot of these 99-piece puzzles, these mini puzzles, and yeah, we also had the idea to do like 5 mini puzzles. It could also be quite fun. So you get almost 500 pieces, but with 5 different puzzles. All right, I'm just going to check. Yeah, there's so many interesting ideas. So yeah, if you have some other ideas that we haven't mentioned, feel free to drop them into the chat. We'll be ready to go very soon. I just have to get a link for someone. Yeah. So I heard that Ulrika's camera is not on. Let me double check. Yeah, Ulrika, your screen is your camera is off. Please check that.
Just another thing I wanted to mention, I don't know if it was a serious entry or not, but somebody wrote an edible puzzle eating contest. Which, yeah, let's make it out of chips or, I don't know, candy.
All right.
Oh, chocolate.
Yes, there are puzzle chocolates.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with unwrapping the puzzle and see what we have today.
Exciting.
Yeah, and this one has 2 plastic stickers on it. So best to slice those. Okay, so when you're finished unwrapping and removing the plastic stickers, just place the puzzle back on the middle of the table. I'm just going to check if there is there is a poster in there. So when you pull out after the countdown, you can pull out the bag and pull out the poster out as well if you want to use it. The poster is a bit folded, a bit curvy, so okay, actually everybody just take out the poster now so you can so it's out of the way. You might need to straighten it if you want to use it. It's only slightly bigger than the box. But maybe both of you can have the view. That's also the advantage. If there's a poster in there for repairs, you can use, each one has a picture. All right, put the box...
You may take out the poster, but put the puzzle back in the box, please.
Yeah, put the box lid back on. Okay, Ulrika, your camera is still off. Okay, it looks like, behind the scenes help is already ready to go. All right, so let's do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, everyone.
And they're off. All right, let's have a closer look at this puzzle that these pairs are trying to do today.
So this is from Gibsons, and it's called Lynmouth Living. So we have a scene, a vintage scene, I guess, back in the, I don't know, 40s, 50s, 60s. I'm not very good at judging this, with some nice cars and, yeah, houses and, yeah, a bit of foresty hill in the background, lots of people in the foreground. And, yeah, I think it's going to be a fast one today. So, yeah, good one that everybody can find something to start on, and especially with pairs, you can focus on different cars and different colors that stand out to you, different sections.
Yeah, that looks like one of these puzzles that especially probably everyone from the UK is going to be faster at doing, just because I always see these images on these British puzzle brands.
It is a very typical British image. Yeah, Gibsons does that very strong. Maria, TB, your camera is frozen. Okay, so on screen right now we have Madara and Paco from Latvia. We also have Maggie and Monica from Austria. Magdalena and Maggie. Is that a different Maggie? Possibly. We have one Magdalena. Okay, so there might be Magdalena and Barbara from Austria, Maria and Very from Germany, Maria and Timea from Slovakia, and Maria TB, your camera is frozen, so I can't see who, yeah, but she is puzzling with someone today. That would be Evelina, we just can't see right now.
Yeah, someone in the chat is saying they've all been practicing Kevin Walsh's puzzles ahead of UK nationals, so this might be an advantage for the people who are participating here. I know there's a few because British nationals was only one day yesterday, right? And they are not puzzling today in the nationals. All right, so people are flipping, and I see a little bit of a sorting going on. For sure, people are sorting out the red car and maybe some of the other cars. I'm always interested to see in which configuration the pairs people are puzzling, if they're puzzling opposite each other, side by side, like on the L shape of the corner, or what their strategy is. And yeah, with these first people, we see pretty much all of the strategies.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what people start to sort out. I can start to already see some reddish piles forming. Obviously, that's the biggest standing out section is the first red car in the foreground. We also have a two-tone blue car, green, and a green car as well. There's a yellow bus in the background, but it's quite small. It's not huge. And then we have buildings of different textures and colors. All right, so I've switched up the screen. We have Marie Nielsen and Thomas from Norway. And we have, I'm assuming that's Michael and Carolyn from Germany. And we have Toby and Michelle from Germany. Miriam. Is that Miriam and Julia? And we don't have a Miriam Curie in my list. Then we have, oh, we have two cameras. Miriam Curie, Miriam and Julia. We only need one device from you with the camera on. Okay. I'm going to switch off one camera. So Miriam and Julia. Then we also have Monica and Joanna from Poland. And also Merta. Probably from the Netherlands, I think. Mirta and Sebastian from the Netherlands.
Welcome, everybody. Yeah, people have started building. By this point, we're about 5 minutes into the competition. Monica and her pair partner, one of them is working on the car, the other one's working on the edge. Mirte and her partner, the same configuration. Other people are sorting into little piles first and then get started. Yeah, I think this is a puzzle where you can do like a sort up front, and it'll actually be helpful to do so, because I think it's relatively easy to sort things out, especially the cars. And the background is very different from each other.
Yeah, so I would say that this puzzle is easier than the one that we had last weekend. That one we had the first finish already at 25 minutes. We also had some of the, super fast speed puzzling pairs there, where a lot of people are missing today. So that gives an opportunity for some people to jump up some spots and other people to, get into the top 10. So that's quite exciting. Let's see who else we have today. Sandra and Katrin, your screen is off. I'm not sure if that's number 2. Sandra S and Katrin. Okay, there's no bit confusing. Okay.
Yeah, I think there's two devices for Sandra and Katrin, and the first one on the list has a 2 behind it. So I think that's the one that they're gonna write their done message with.
Yeah,
I'm
because I can
assuming.
see. Oh, it's Sandra Shearer. Oh, okay, I see it. All right, so we have Natalie and Leonie from Germany, Patrick and Evelyn from Switzerland, Sandra and Anna from Germany, Sandra and Katrin from Switzerland. Lots of Sandras today, and Sandra and Nora from Switzerland. There's another one, and we also have Sarah and Sophia from Portugal.
You know what I always say, if there's multiple people with the same name, please make a Sandra puzzle club. Just band together. Yeah, so we see Patrick and Evelyn, they are having done already great progress. The edge is done. Patrick is working on the red car that is also like halfway done. Evelyn is sorting out, I think, the blue car to get, or something really blue. It's like hard to tell, that she's going to work on next. Sandra and Katrin are also, one of them is working on the sky, the other one's working on the red car. Natalie and her partner having a similar strategy. I feel like everybody is going to start with the red car and with the edge. That seems like the obvious choice for this puzzle.
Yeah, with this one, I think my daughter. I mean, it's been 1 or 2 months since I did this puzzle with my daughter. I think she said straight away she wants to do the red car, and then I said, okay, I'll do the mountains and the top border. So we were working side by side. I don't think we had such good space management. We were kind of reaching over each other the whole time. And at some point when she got stuck on the, oh yeah, and because I was more to the left of her, I started on the blue car, while she was working on the right. With that, yeah. So that's just the way that we do it. We stand side by side because we're doing it at our kitchen bench. But we see most people here are on opposite sides of the table, or yeah, here some people are kind of at the corner, or even on a round table. Yeah, so just going to leave Patrick and Evelyn on there for a bit longer, and then we have Sarah and Frank. I don't seem to have a registration for Frank. Okay, so here we go. We just had like another 10 registrations come through just before we started. So we have Frank and Sarah from Germany, Semilia and Thierry from France, Celia and Marta from Norway, Spela and Katarina from Slovenia, and Stina and Celia from Norway. That's always great to hear where everybody's from.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit thrown off by the orange table of Semilia and her partner, just because I'm so used to seeing like people just have really like bland tables. I'd say they're either white, they're black, or they're like some form of brown. But to have like this bright orange tablecloth, I wonder if it's helping them. We get a thumbs up. Okay, they like the bright orange tablecloth. That's good.
Well, luckily I didn't give them a bright orange puzzle, so.
Yeah, and everybody's doing really good. We see, yeah, everybody kind of at the similar stages, working on the red car, working on the border. Some people got started with the sky area or the mountain area at the top. So it's so far, everybody's kind of doing really well and very similar progress. So it's anyone's game.
Yeah, so no one seems to be pulling out so far. Everyone's kind of at a similar progress. And yeah, I guess we'll see. And like we're at 11 minutes now, probably in the next 5 minutes, we'll start to see some pairs pull out ahead. All right, we have Teresa from Czechia with her partner Zdenek. Okay, we have Orica. So yes, now the Now the camera is working. Ulrika and Amy from USA, although it's frozen. Then we have Farina and Karen from Austria, Veronica and Jana from Slovakia, and Vicky and Tekla from Hungary. And yeah, Vicky's already got the red car done, so looking quite similar to Patrick and Evelyn.
Yes, and also Teresa has the red car done from what it looks like from here. And interestingly, Verena and Karin, they have not started with the red car. They have started with the blues, and they have this stripe of the bluish car in the front done. They have worked on the top part with the sky, and they are getting started now. I think one of them is getting started on the red car. So there's one pair who so far has a different strategy to everybody else.
Well,
We'll see.
Just want to mention that Farina and Karen, I think they're doing this at a hotel because they participated yesterday in the UK Nationals. So they're not in their usual environment. Luckily, they found a table that's the right width, and it's not a portrait puzzle that they have to do sideways.
Yeah, I'm sure a few people are at hotels right now that have been at the UK Nationals yesterday, because I recognize a few of the names that I saw yesterday as well. I tried to find the results for the UK Nationals and I couldn't find them. So if anybody knows where I can find it, please let me know and chat so that I can have a look.
Yeah, I also checked the website last night and found that the UK Nationals hadn't been updated yet. I did see some screenshots of another screen. Maybe it's from the UK Jigsaw Association, but they hadn't been transferred over to the World Federation website. Andreas and Fatini, your camera is off. Please check that, Andreas and Fatini. So I'm going to leave Vicky and Tekla on screen a bit longer. Then we have Aaron and Graham from the UK. Yep, we can see you now, Andreas. Thank you. They're actually going to be our guest interview later on in the piece. They've been busy. You can see on Aaron's shirt the Puzzle Guzzle. They've started their own UK online competitions. They've already got a few underway already, and they were at the UK Nationals yesterday, so we can hear more about them. And they always give really interesting and funny answers. So it especially for today's questions. So we need to been thinking for a while. I need to sit down and chat with these guys. We also have Aidan and Sabrina from Switzerland, and Alexandra and Regina from Germany, Alina and Julie from Germany, and Andreas and Fatini from Cyprus.
Yes, I'm also excited to talk to Aaron and Graham and ask them all about everything they've been doing in the puzzle scene in the UK. Aidan and Sabrina have done the red car. They're working on the top board. It's a little bit hard to see what Alexandra and Regina are doing. I can only see like part of their puzzle, and they seem to be working opposite of each other. Okay, thank you. So they've been busy with the top border, and I think whoever's sitting on the left is working on something blue. And I don't see anything that's the person on the right is working on, but that's okay. And Andreas and Fatini are also making good progress. The red car's built, the border is almost completed. So yeah, everybody's doing really good. We're only like a little bit over 15 minutes in, so everybody's doing really good progress.
Yeah, so we have Andreas, and if I remember correctly, he was one of the organizers for the Belgium championship that you participated in.
Oh, yeah.
And his partner today is Brittany. We also have Angelo and Ilaria from Italy. Anna and Oksana I think they're from Cyprus. Yes.
Oh, exciting.
Arjen and Frukia from Netherlands, and Aijalin and Franco from Argentina. living in Ireland. I wonder if they went at the UK Nationals yesterday. They look like to be back at their regular living room table. But yeah, you can see, like, for example, on Angelo's screen, you can see that they're working opposite each other, and Angelo is using the box angled towards him, whereas Ilaria has the poster next to her facing in her direction. So that's also something, if you're sitting at different angles, one take the box, one take the poster, and you can both look at it in the direction, right direction.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's really great if you have two images that you can do that, especially if you're working in a pair. A lot of the puzzles don't have the poster inside, so you're kind of forced to share the box to look at, and then you have to kind of rethink your strategy of how you sit, how you look at the box, and things like that. I always recommend, if you only have the box, to twist the box the same way that you're also building the puzzle in, so that nobody has to like do mental gymnastics to turn the image around in their head. But you know, if you have both things, then why not use both things, right?
Yeah, so I'm just jumping ahead because I'm getting hints that Lenka and Philippa are flying and that they've got about a third done. And yeah, they look like to have the most progress done so far. Not only the border done, but the big red car and blue and the green car and some objects in the background. So they're working really well. I also just jumped to Lena and Maya. They came fourth last week just by like 1 second. So they were so close to the podium. I know that Lena posted this morning on Instagram that, she was, I don't know, not broken her leg or something like that, but at least was is injured in some way. But they're still going to give it their best shot, and they're also making great progress there. So I'll leave Lenka on screen a bit longer, and we'll we're still at the letter C, and then
Lenka and Philippa are about the same progress as Vicky and Tekla. Like, it's very similar if you look at both of them at the same time. There's almost identical progress. So
yeah, Daria Botsek, your camera is off. Do you have a second device? Kinga. Okay, so Daria also has a device with Kinga. So then we'll see her soon. All right, so now we have Carolyn and Bettina. They're from Germany, so Lenka and Philippa. Lenka's from Slovakia, but she's living in Portugal, as is Philippa. Then we have Claudia and Lotta from Germany, Danique and Wies from the Netherlands, Dietmar and Isa from Germany, and Dirk and Lisa from Germany. And we just saw Carolina and Bettina just finished a car and then just moved it into position. It's always satisfying when you've got a really big section, and then you can just, you build it elsewhere, and then you find the spot where it fits in the larger picture.
Yeah, this swooping into place, I love that as well. And then suddenly the frame doesn't look so empty anymore once you have some things in there, and you go like, oh, we did make some progress. Everybody's doing great. From all the people that we see on the screen, Danique and Wies are also working opposite of each other, and they're each building like from their point of view, and I'm assuming they will also eventually just like swoop it all together, and then suddenly the puzzle is there. Dietmar and Isa are also doing really well, working independently on different sections. And so Dirk and his partner, they are actually working on the puzzle, and they're looking each at the puzzle sideways. So that's usually how I am doing pairs puzzle, so that nobody has to look upside down.
So Elodie, I know you've got two devices, but both of them are not showing an image. Elodie, if you could check your devices, please. Okay, so we have Dominic. Let me find it. Elodie, please check your cameras. Dominic is from, doesn't even say the country. Germany. Okay. So is with Aurelia. Aurelia wrote that they're from Germany. Aurelia and Dominic from Germany. And we have Eliska and Christoph from Czechia. Elodie is from France with Maya. And then we have Everly and Anna Marie. No, Eveline. Did I say? No, Everly. We have Everly and Elisa from Estonia. Okay, I'm just going to check if Elodie's devices are working again.
I'm having a little bit of a tiny fangirl moment here because I know one of these competitors from a completely different thing from watching YouTube videos. So it's great to see you in our competition. All right, so yeah, Evelyn and Anne-Marie are sitting also next to each other. It looks like they are also at a hotel room. Then we have Eliska. They are doing really well. They have also a bunch of like free floating islands around their table. And I'm just waiting for them to connect them as well. Dominic and their partner are also sitting next to each other, puzzling on a really nice, bright white table. And yeah, Evely, I can't really see a lot. I see mostly just loose pieces in the middle. So I'm assuming they are also doing well.
Yeah, so one of them has done the top border and the blue car, but it's towards the back. She's leaning over it. Yeah, can you tell me how you know Eveline and Anne-Marie?
So I know that Evelyn has a YouTube channel where she's mostly doing like video game content, and recently she had been posting a few like puzzle videos as well. So I was just like secretly hoping that maybe she would like stumble upon our channel and like notice that we exist. Yeah, I love her content. It's like cozy gaming with like sometimes like horror games and stuff like that in it. Like if you're interested in that stuff, like go check her out. Like,
is it in English or Dutch?
It's in English. Yeah, she lives in the UK as far as I know.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so I'm just gonna jump ahead now to see everyone's progress. Like we're at 24 minutes and we have Lenka and Philippa, Farina and Karen, Vicky and Tekla, and Lena and Maya all doing really strong. I'm guessing Patrick and Evelyn are also flying ahead. So yeah, but Lena and Maya have just got like 20 to 30 pieces left, so they look like they're in the lead at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
And Lenka and Philippa not far behind yet. So they've done the cars. It looks like the last section is these series of buildings. There's just lots of like windows and doors and kind of very square features all just lined up together. They all kind of blend into each other. So yeah, it's like they've got the most people have done the top mountains and the cars on the foreground, and they're really just sandwiching it in from both sides. However, Vicky and Tekla have got more left in the top right that they're filling in.
Yeah, I love to see this shuffle that people are doing at the end. Like Lena and Maya, they're like this piece that has to go in there. Let's put it in. Let's go. And you can really see the adrenaline like in the way that people are puzzling. Yeah, I don't know, maybe they have like 10 pieces left. Vicky and Tekla sprinting. They are also finishing in the top right corner. Lena and Maya, yeah, we have like 4 pieces left, 5 pieces left. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes. There we go.
Oh, well done, Lena and Maya.
Woo!
First place. Congratulations. And that with an injury. So that didn't hold you back at all. Well done. All right. Kinga and Daria, both of your cameras are off. I know you've got 2 devices, but neither of them are showing. And I know that both of them are fast puzzlers. Please check that.
Now it's a race for second place. We have Vicky and Tekla finishing also in the top right corner with maybe also like 10, 15 pieces left. And we have Lenka and Philippa. Their pieces are a bit more spread out over the puzzle. And I wonder if that's a little bit harder to do the sprint at the end if the empty spots are like spread far apart, because Vicky and Tekla are and they're putting in the last piece.
Congrats, second place to Vicky and Tekla from Hungary. Well done.
Good job. This is amazing. You finished in like under 26 minutes. I don't know the exact time.
Yeah, and I just put Karina on the screen, and Karina and Saskia are coming in strong as well. They've also just got about less than 30 pieces left. And I'm sure we have some Austrians who are working fast. Yes, let's check in on Magdalena and Barbara. But yeah, so third place looks like Lenka and Philippa are racing towards that, closely followed by Farina and Karin, Patrick and Evelyn and Karina and Saskia. That looks like they're running for the top 6. Go everyone, you're doing fantastic.
Yeah, any time under 30 minutes for a pairs puzzle is just amazing to me, especially if it's a puzzle you haven't done before yet, and even more if you haven't done this puzzle as a pair before. So this is really, really good.
Yeah, I just added Francisca to the screen as well. Francisca.
Yeah, last piece.
Oh, Lenka and Philippa claimed third place. Yes. Well done. Oh, they've participated in several pairs competitions, so it's really great to see them now get on the podium. And yeah, so now basically the floodgates open, and now everybody is, we're going to see some finishes, 1 or 2 finishes every minute coming in. Also got Veronica and Jana looking really solid, coming down to their last finish. They actually have the mountains left. They've done the buildings, and they're finishing off the greenish bluish section.
Karina and her partner, they're just putting in the last pieces as well. They ended with the pavement at the bottom, which is unusual.
Actually, we ended with a pavement. I remember that. We just had all these grey pieces left, and yeah, sometimes you do get some false fits, and everything just looked the same there. But there was a shadow under the car, so that helped to do those with a bit of black on first, and then...
And they're done.
Yes. Oh, well done, Karina and Saskia.
Good job. Amazing. And we're still under 30 minutes, so we're at like almost 29 minutes. So if your goal is to finish under 30, like you still have a minute, a little bit less than a minute.
Yeah, so I also added Francisca and Janine to the screen. They're working their way through the buildings, but looks like Maggie and Barbara are gonna take. They're gonna be racing their compatriots Verena and Karin for the next spot. Yes, and Magdalena and Barbara claim 5th. Well done. Oh, and Patrick and Evelyn racing and ahead now, less than 10. Patrick's standing up now, leaning over. He's in a fighting position. But Farina's also hovering over her puzzle. And it looks like they might have a bit of shadow as they lean over.
Yeah, but I don't see a lot of pieces lying anymore for them. I see like 3 pieces, and then they each, I think, have 1 or 2 pieces in their hand. So it's very, very close with Patrick and Evelyn.
Okay, so Daria and Kinga just finished. Daria and Kinga, both of your cameras were off. I'm just going to check now. If you can just show us your puzzle.
Well done, Patrick and Evelyn. Good job.
Excellent. All right. Daria and Kinga, please.
And Karin and Verena also finished. Well done.
Okay, so who else is coming in towards the close? We have Christoph and Eliska, Inga and Louisa. Is it? Or is it the other Inga? Inga and Katrina. And oh, Inga and Katrina, well done. Just got there and took 10th place.
Yeah.
Congrats.
We got to top 10. We're still under 32 minutes.
And it sounds like Aaron and Graham are also pretty solid at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are coming towards the close. So I've just added Aaron and Graham to the screen. Kirsten, I think her partner Tanya, is it? Yeah, Kirsten and Tanya. Then we have Maggie and Monica. And Francisca and Janine are done. Congrats.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, I had high hopes, but my hopes were even over, how do you say? It was even better than what I had hoped for. There we go.
Your expectations were exceeded.
Exactly.
Oh, Carolyn and Bettina, I hear, are doing well. Let's check in with them.
Sandra and Katrin are about to finish. They're putting the last 10-ish pieces in.
Francisca said they had 2 missing pieces. If that happens, always take a photo of your puzzle with the missing pieces and send that to us. Sometimes somebody else in the competition has the extra pieces and we can match them up, or we can arrange replacement pieces for you. Okay, I'm just going to check in now with Daria and Kingers. They had issues.
Yeah, I think they might just have spotty Wi-Fi in their hotel.
Yeah. Okay, the Daria camera is not working. Yeah, unfortunately, Daria and King are both of the cameras not working. I think it's just the Wi-Fi connection is too weak. But Kirsten and Tanya are done. Awesome. And Sandra and Katrin look missing 2 pieces as well. That's bizarre. Okay. 3. All right, send us a picture, please. There we go. Christoph and Aliska. Okay.
So SJ is asking, will there ever be a Gibsons 1000 piece puzzle in a Euro Jigsaw Jam?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
There you go.
I don't exclude any possibility.
Any possibility.
Possibility, yes.
The possibilities are endless.
Exactly. So, yeah, well done. I mean, we're only at 34 minutes, and where are we? 10th, 11th, 12, 13, 14, 14-ish. Okay, so on screen right now we have Aaron and Graham, Maggie and Monica, Andreas and Natalie Bibo. I'm gonna add Carolyn and Bettina, and let's see how Danique and Beast are getting on. Oh yeah, they're also doing great.
All right, and I just want to say for anyone who's not close to finishing, don't worry. It's only 35 minutes. We have a lot of time to finish this puzzle. Plus, you know, everybody is working at different speeds, and you should just do your best and finish the puzzle to get your own best time. And you don't have to compare to like the super fast finishers that were here in the front. We are still super, super early. I mean, 35 minutes is like nothing to finish a puzzle. So
yeah,
keep on puzzling.
And one of the reasons why we do keep the time limit at 2 hours, even though there's a pair, it's just that a lot of people's first competition experience is actually as part of a pair. We have a lot of kids participating today. We also have a lot of like non-puzzling partners who are supporting their puzzling. How do you say? Other half, and yeah, we really appreciate that, and so we want as many people to finish as possible. And yeah, I mean, finishing a 500-piece puzzle in 2 hours is a great achievement, and yeah, we just want to see as many people finish as possible. So keep going, everyone, and don't get discouraged.
Yeah, just keep in mind that like also a lot of people, like even let's just take me as an example. The first time I ever finished a puzzle together with another person as a pair was at my first time at Worlds in 2023. And we did one practice puzzle before, and we finished that practice puzzle in like 52 minutes or something. And I felt amazing about that time. I thought, oh my God, we have a chance. This is way under 90 minutes. This is cool. This is amazing. And then we got to the venue and we did the first puzzle. And I think we finished it in like 40 something. And I thought, this is crazy. I'm super fast. We're like in this to win this. And we made it into the final. That was the year with that really busy 1,000 piece pairs final, the Boston, what was it called? Boston View or something like that. That barely anybody finished, and I was so discouraged afterwards. But then I realized not even the top 10 of the pairs finished. So it just goes to say, like, anytime is great, and especially like anytime under an hour. You know, if this is you're in the beginning of your speed puzzling journey, or you're not used to puzzling together with somebody else, like all of these factors that play into how fast you can do the puzzle. And
yeah, and I mean, we also ask people how many the times that they've puzzled together as a pair. That's part of the registration form. And there's so many people here who have written first time or only 1 or 2 times before. So there's always new combinations with pairs, and every time you puzzle with a different person, you have to get used to them. So yeah, which is part of the fun, but also takes some adjustment as well. Yeah, so we just had a few more finishes. Andreas was missing a piece, but Meata has has 1 extra piece. So yeah, anyone who's missing or who has extras, send us a photo. We'll try to match you up. And apologies for any unequal puzzles. But yeah, Miriam and Yulia just finished, Teresa Vidiskova, and Maria and Timea just before that. Looking great, everyone. So on screen we have Maggie and Monica, Caroline and Bettina, Andreas and Fataini, Dietmar and Isa, and Lena Beata. Yeah, so this is quite different to the puzzle we had last weekend, which was in a portrait orientation. It was a photo. There was a huge section of trees. So yeah, always trying to mix things up a bit and practice different skills, practice different types of images. So I hope you're enjoying this one. Well done, Maggie and Monica. Yeah. All right, finishes are just rolling in now. Carolyn and Bettina, high five.
Well done. Yeah, the done messages are just like popping, like done, 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 done.
Yeah, so today we had about 70 to 75 pairs. So it's always amazing to think that there's 2 people there, so that's like 150 people all doing the same puzzle at the same time. So much fun.
Yeah, that's so cool. I kind of want to read out some more of the
yeah, go ahead.
The answers that people, because somebody said like if you're doing a pairs competition, that you have 2 puzzles mixed together and you both each have to solve one of the puzzles.
Oh,
so the pieces would be mixed together, but like each of you had to build one of the puzzles. I thought that was a really cool idea. I might try that.
Have to do some sorting there, some upfront sorting.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Olivia just wrote in the comments, we're keeping our fingers crossed, standing right next to Kinga, Daria, and Joanna and Monica. So yeah, there's actually a Polish get together today, and it sounds like they're all got together in the same room, and they're doing the EJJ puzzles, and then after that they're going to be doing their whether it's a competition or working on a big puzzle together, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's really nice. So they're all in the same room, and yeah, the Polish are doing always very fast. Kinga and Daria have finished, and yeah, let's check in with the others. So Joanna and Monica are most likely also getting close.
Yeah, so we're a little bit, we're about like 42 minutes. I always like to tell people a little bit like what the time, which time are we in? Yes, Vicky and Tekla have finished, yeah. Ruji's asking in the comments. They finished second?
Oh yeah, we should also probably do an interview. So let's see, let's go back. Let's recap our top 10. First was Lena and Maya from Germany. Second was Vicky and Tekla from Hungary, and third Lenka and Philippa from Portugal. So let's see who of those would be up for an interview. So Lena and Maya not today. Vicky and Tekla not today. Lenka and Philippa not today. Okay, no one has time for an interview. Well, what about Karina and Saskia? They wrote yes. They came in fourth. Karina and Saskia, if you're there, you can turn your mics on.
You're still here, yeah.
If you're still around.
Maybe they've left because normally we tell people to leave the meeting unless they are placed in the top 3. But maybe they're watching on YouTube. So if you're over on YouTube, Karina, you can come back.
Okay, Lena and Maya are still listening, and they said they can join us. All right, so yeah, you can just turn your mics on when you're ready, and I will just make sure I have enough people on the screen.
Hello.
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 Hi.
This was the camera. So, Maya, come to me.
Hi, Lena. Hi, Maya. Congratulations.
Hi. Thank you. Can you hear us well?
Yep.
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Good.
So tell me about your experience today. How did you like the puzzle?
No strong feelings. I was just, I think we were just in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maya as well in the full sections of colors. So she started with a downside, and I'm good at busy puzzles, so I started from the top. Yeah, we're matching together. It was a good puzzle for us, for our strategy.
Yeah, that's great. So you basically each had your own little sections that you were working on, and then you were just kind of smushing them together in the middle.
Yeah.
So Lena, you said you were working on the top part. Are you also working on it upside down, or are you working on it like right side up?
I worked upside down.
And for you, that's no problem.
That's fine. No. I can puzzle as well. So it's not a problem for me to look ahead.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Then you're like the pairs partner that a lot of people would wish they had.
She's mine. Don't in the German competition, my pairs partner was also she can't do the puzzle in the other direction.
Yeah.
So I said it's not a problem. I can puzzle in the other direction. So. And we made the third place. So it's a good feeling to make a first place.
Yeah.
That was not with me, that was with another person. Yeah.
Yes. So how long have you been puzzling together?
This was our second competition, but we've been puzzling, I think we met 3 or 4 times before.
Mm-hmm.
We live close by, thankfully, so.
Ah, that's amazing. I'm always jealous of people that live close by with their puzzling partners, because yeah, it's so fun, so much fun to like meet up and puzzle together.
Oh, yeah.
Do you usually do speed practices together, or do you also just social casual puzzle together sometimes?
Most speed, yeah.
And what do you usually go for? Do you grab the Ravensburger puzzles? Do you go for like puzzles that were in competitions before?
I think a mix. Yeah, most that what we have, and now we try more truffle because of Europe Championship. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, in the European Championships that are going to happen this July in Budapest, the puzzle that is the brand that's going to be used for individuals and pairs is going to be truffle. So if you're preparing for that, it might be good to practice truffles. I think teams are still using Ravensburger, if I remember correctly.
Okay, we didn't know that. We were wondering if Treffel would sponsor every puzzle. Or Ravensburger. Yeah.
Yeah, I think on their website, please don't quote me on it. This is just my memory. There's so many puzzle-related things going on that I'm not 100% sure. But if I remember correctly, then for individual and for pairs, it's going to be truffle, and for teams, it's going to be Ravensburger, because the teams are going to be 1,000-piece puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
So you should still practice those as well.
Yeah, but it's so heavy to find 500-piece puzzles from truffle in normal shops. So you went to a shop with a huge variety of puzzles, but they only had 2 kinds of truffle 500-piece puzzles.
Yeah,
but we asked for more.
Sorry, I just need to interrupt for a moment. We are having a record number of extra pieces and missing pieces. So something went wrong there with the production. Really sorry about that. Everybody who has a missing or an extra piece, send us a photo, info@speedpuzzle.eu, and we will try to match up that everybody has a complete puzzle. Okay.
So I'm just reading the answer to to the question from the sign-up sheet, and you had a really interesting answer. So I'm just going to read it out, and then maybe you can explain a little bit more, like what you meant. You said to have a variety of puzzles with different amounts of points, and having to choose the order in which you want to puzzle them individually. Most points in a certain time wins. So yes. Can you explain?
I wrote that. I saw a YouTube video of someone who went to a competition in China, and they had the system where they had all kind of different puzzles, like piece numbers different, and some were even 3D. That's not my kind of tea, but it was still interesting. And each puzzle gave a different amount of points. Like a big 500 piece maybe gave 50 points, and a smaller 100 then only 100. I don't know. And the participants could choose themselves which puzzle they want to solve or try to solve in the time. I think some were able to solve all of them and got the maximum amount of points, but others, they can play to their strengths and decide what to do and what to skip. I think that was interesting.
Yeah, I also think that's a really cool concept. And was this a competition for individuals, or was this for pairs or teams?
I'm not sure. I think they had both, but it's been so long since I've seen the video, so I might misremember. But I think both was there.
I think this was the video from Donna Louise for Love of Puzzles. She went to the Chinese Championship, and she was also there with Alfonso from the World Federation and Diane from the Australian Association. And yeah, it was really fascinating because they were using Chinese brands, and the piece numbers are all completely different. Like if you have like a 3D puzzle of a vase, it might be 125 pieces, and then small puzzles, big puzzles, and yeah, they basically just did it like one after each other. And I also thought that was really fun, that you're not only just doing one puzzle and you're over, but you get to pick and choose a bit in which order that you do it. And it went on a bit longer. So yeah, that sounds quite fun. I could do that. Maybe I could organize an online version of that.
That would be cool.
Sorry, I was just counting the finishers in the chat, so I was a little bit distracted.
Have you done any marathons, or do you intend to participate in any?
We intend to. I think both of us want to participate in the solo marathon that Kati is organizing.
Yes.
And then in November, the team marathon. But I want to practice for the solo marathon before at home. So Easter, there's a lot of free time. So I plan to try it. I want to see how exhausting it is, because I'm already exhausted after 2 puzzles. So 10 hours might be a little bit too much.
Yeah, it does sound quite ambitious. I mean, if I had the time if I was available at that time, I also would participate, because I would also just like to know like how can I do it. But yeah, like even yesterday I did 2 puzzles straight after each other and also getting a bit tired. So yeah, it is just kind of like a fun thing to wonder, like what am I actually, like what are my limits? Yeah. So actually I'll use this a moment to announce I'm actually organizing a teams marathon in Trier on the Sunday the 17th of August. It's that will be a 10-hour marathon for teams of 4 to 6 people, so you can choose which 4 people are puzzling at any time and other people are having a break. So we'll announce some information in the coming week about that. So if you have time, I'd love to see you there.
Yeah, maybe. We have so much competitions this year, because we meet us in January, and yeah, it's matching. So we went, if we can, to a competition.
So how did you find each other, if you don't mind me asking?
A puzzle meetup. We went to
Okay.
a puzzle meetup, and I think the both of us went there with a mission to find a partner for the European Championship. So after 20 minutes, we already decided that we will go. After 20 minutes after meeting each other.
Yeah, that's cool. So just a local puzzle meetup, and then you just by chance met. That's really cool.
Yeah, very lucky.
Yeah. Another reason to organize more local puzzle meetups, because you'll never know who's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. From my side, I just want to congratulate you again for your first place today, and thanks for talking to us, even though you said initially in your thing that you didn't want to be interviewed. But so thanks for chatting with us, and we'll keep an eye on you for the Europeans and for further Euro Jigsaw Jams.
Yeah, no, you've done great
Thank you.
together. So yeah, we look forward to seeing what you do together in the European Championships, and how you go in the solo marathon. All right, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, everyone's doing great. We're having lots of finishes. Just a reminder that if you have finished and would like to continue listening to the live stream, please just log out of the Google Meet and then hop over to YouTube. That way it's easier for our behind the scenes assistants to keep track of those who are still puzzling. And yeah, we just about 42 finishes so far, so yeah, just over half the participants are done. So yeah, let's check in with our next interview. That would be Lenka and Philippa.
Ja, es geht ab dieser Stimme.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. I see you're already busy doing another puzzle.
Yeah, we are training for the Portuguese nationals next month.
Gotta use the time that you have together then. And it's the puzzle from the World Championship.
Yes, it is.
Nice. So congratulations on your second place.
Third place?
Oh, sorry. Third place. Yeah, Vicky and her pair partner was second. Sorry. Congratulations. Did you expect to do this well today? What were your expectations going in?
Well, we knew that there were so many nationals this weekend that we had a chance. So we came with everything, I guess. Yeah, we are happy that we managed because last weekend it was not so good for us. No. And last night we trained with the 2 Gibsons that already appeared in EJJs.
Mhm.
Yeah, today it went much better.
It was nice.
Yeah. So how did you like the puzzle?
It was a nice image, and like we didn't really like the other Gibson puzzles that we had. But this one was a nice image. We like doing it.
And it was good for pairs because we could really split. I was doing all the cars and Philippa did the whole top.
Yeah. So similar strategy to a first place puzzler. So you kind of split the image in 2, and then you each worked on your own section. Were you working opposite each other, or? Yeah.
I usually do it upside down because I don't mind it, and it's faster for Lenka. So
I cannot
whatever we
do
do.
upside down. It hurts my brain. I can't.
Yeah.
Luckily,
There's 2
Philippa can.
types. There's 2 types of puzzlers. The ones that don't mind puzzling upside down, and the ones that can't. I'm one of the people that can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you said you are training for the Portuguese nationals. When are they happening in a month? And what are they? Where are they? I don't know anything about the Portuguese nationals.
They're going to be in the north of Portugal, not a very famous city. So
Yeah, it's quite difficult to get there from the airport.
Because you'll both be traveling in, or
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's some 5 hours by bus
something like that
from the
yes.
capital.
So
It's a bit difficult.
really, really far for Portugal.
yeah. Yeah, that's a bit the problem I see with a few of these national or even the world championship. Like Valladolid is also not the easiest city to get to if you're coming from outside of Spain. So maybe something to consider for future competitions, that they should be in an area that's relatively easy accessible from abroad. But I guess that nationals are mostly meant for the locals, so I also understand if they are not like in the major cities.
But it would be nice if they were close to like most of the people in the country, which
It's absolutely
not.
not in the middle of the country. It's to the very north.
Yeah.
If someone is coming from the very south, it will take long.
Yeah, I guess it always depends on who is organizing the event, and usually people are organizing in an area that's close to where they live. So I'm assuming that that'll be the case there as well.
I think.
So other than Portugal, tell me a little bit about your, like, how often do you train? Do you see each other? How often do you see each other? And when you see each other, what's kind of your routine like?
Okay, we see each other a lot because we work together, but we almost never train. So we just train the night before EJJs, and then a bit after. Now close to the nationals, we are trying to train once per week. Yeah. So let's see.
So you both work together. Did you just how did you know that you are both interested in speed puzzling? Because I don't walk around at work going like, hey, I'm into speed puzzling. So.
Maybe if you start it, you will find out.
So that's a kind of funny story. We work in an institute, and we moved institutes recently. And when we moved, we had a lot of space. And her lab had a puzzle that was custom made
by my boss.
Yeah, not a puzzler for sure. And so we had the puzzle lying around for everybody to actually work on it, and we were the 2 people who actually worked on the puzzle.
The only 2 that were able to work on it, and the next day you come and see the difference. So hey, someone was working on it.
Yeah.
So one day I came to Philippa like, hey, there is this competition in Portugal.
wanna go? And so I said, sure, why not? I've never really done a speed puzzle before talking with Lenka, but it's been fun.
So you are like completely new to speed puzzling. How long have you been doing it?
So now about a year, not even that.
Since September,
October. So yeah.
Wow.
I've been puzzling a lot, so I've been doing puzzling for a long time, just not speed puzzling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's usually the story with people that are telling me they only started recently but are super fast. And I ask a bit more, and they're like, "Yeah, but I've been puzzling all my life." So basically, you were
Yeah, pretty much.
you just didn't have the intent to speed puzzle yet, and then once you knew, you could just you could pick it up really good. Well, that's really cool. I'm glad you found each other like that. That's that's really special, also because yeah, a lot of us don't have the privilege to know someone that's like close by at work or lives nearby that is also speed puzzling and like at the similar level of speed puzzling as well. So that's really fun.
That's why it's also good to go to the nationals. Maybe you find out that someone is living in your area, and you can see the times there already. So yeah, more and more people join, and people start finding each other.
Yeah, that's really cool. Do you have any tips for the pairs that are still puzzling? I don't know if you can see kind of like what their progress is like. If you would look at them, like what would you tell them?
Good luck.
Yeah, keep working on it. Don't give up. Keep building the puzzle and trying to put pieces in.
Yeah, the top part is tricky, but with a picture, it was doable. There are certain people and the bridge and the buildings. It's possible to find them on the picture. So yeah, that was fine. The cars were easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see most of the people today that started with the cars, and usually one person started with the cars, and then the other person started with the sky or like mountain range part at the top.
Yeah.
Michelle, do you have any more questions for Lenka and Philippa?
Yeah, what kind of crazy competitions would you like to participate in?
Well, I was that person who wrote that I wanted a marathon online solo.
How many hours are we talking about here, Lenka?
Whatever between 10 and 24, I guess. I love to puzzle the whole day long. So anyway, when I'm at home, that's what I do.
Oh, okay. A 24-hour online marathon. Yeah, I guess that would be a good chance because so many people want to take part in like 24-hour marathons or 10-hour marathons, but they can't get to one. Or even you can't even book, like the tickets just sell out so quickly for the 24-hour one. Or maybe we could, I don't know, can you do a live stream that long? I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the technical parts, and I have no idea how you keep an eye on everyone and to make sure that it's really one person puzzling. But at least it's more convenient because traveling because of a 10-hour marathon to a different country can be tricky and expensive to travel just because of one day. Then I don't even know how people bring back the puzzles. So it's a bit pity to trust them, right? If we are already at home, it's a bit easier for the participants.
Yeah.
Interesting idea.
The biggest question I have, will there be pee breaks?
It's up to you. I guess everyone will need to go, right?
Yeah, or maybe you could make it that you could do it as either as an individual or a pair as a team. So those who are not so experienced or don't feel so comfortable doing it by themselves could also do it with someone and make it into a social experience. Interesting. We'll have to see what other feedback there is from other people. If people would think they would join in.
We are all human, right? So everyone needs a break from time to time. If you decide to take a break, maybe it will actually help you puzzle. Because if you walk around the house a bit stretch, and maybe when you come back, it will be easier. So it doesn't mean that taking a break is a bad idea. So I don't see any problems with the toilet or anything. I mean, when you need to do it, yeah, maybe you'll come back fresh and happy. So I don't know.
All right, yeah, so a long solo marathon online. Interesting. Any other ideas you have?
I also, well, when we were kids with Veronica, we would puzzle in the blind way. So we would never use the picture. We would just puzzle with the pieces we have, which is especially funny when you have a new puzzle and you have no idea what it is. So I never got a chance to participate in a competition that would be blind. I would be interested in trying one, but of course with a puzzle that no one has ever seen. I don't know how doable that is. But yeah, I would like to come back to blind puzzling one day.
So yeah, mystery puzzles or blind puzzling without the box. Yeah, a few people mentioned that. That's also an option. From my perspective, for me to organize something, it's like, well, what do I do with all the boxes? Because if I receive a delivery, they come with boxes, and then it's like, do people want the boxes afterwards, like, or are they just happy just to receive it in a plastic bag? I'm not sure.
You could tape over the image with something.
But they usually have the image also on the side of the box, or...
And if you wrap the whole box in a wrapping paper, but cut the entrance, so we are able to lift at the top, get to the pieces.
Or we take the bags out of it and just wrap the box. So once you've finished your puzzle, then you get to keep the box to store it in, and I don't have to get rid of 100 boxes.
It will be clean for everyone, yeah.
Yeah, all right, interesting ideas. Yeah, so what? So you're doing the Portugal competition. Do you have anything else planned coming up?
I don't think. But Lenka.
Yeah, I'm going to the Czech Nationals, the Europeans, Worlds. I would really like to sign up for the solo marathon from Kati, although it's a bit difficult to get there, but I will try to find a way. And so we have been waiting for the inscriptions for the Austrian Nationals. They should open this week. So we will see if we get a chance or not to participate.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so a lot on your calendar, Lenka. And yeah, no, it's great. You have a peers partner right at your office. So yeah, it's great. Well, congratulations on third place today. And yeah, great to have a chat with you. And yeah, we wish you a good rest of your day today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, everyone's doing so well today. So we still have a few people puzzling: Karen and Petra, Sarah and Frank, Claudia and Lothar, Lena and Naima, Larissa and Anna, Helmi and Emmy, Michelle and Toby and Clara. Who's Clara puzzling with? That's Marketa. Yeah, so let's so we're only at 1 hour and 10 minutes, so everyone's got a really good chance to finish their puzzle.
I think so too.
Yeah, we've got 50 minutes to go, so yeah, don't put any stress on yourself. Everyone's going to do great. Let's bring in our interview for today, Aaron and Graham. And yeah, you can turn your mics and camera on when you're ready.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Good. Yeah. So start off by telling us what you thought of the puzzle today.
I enjoyed it. It was. I think we were set up for success. Like British brand, prolific British artist, and it resulted in, I don't know, maybe a top 20. with a lot of the good people not being here, but you know, we had a good time.
Yeah, you did finish quite early. I think maybe about 17th or so.
You take it.
Take it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the fact that I've done about 20 Kevin Walshes in the last 2 weeks didn't help somehow. But,
Sorry, 20 what?
20 jigsaws by Kevin Walsh in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. So he does a lot of Gibsons, but does he also do other British brands?
Yeah, he does a lot of the Ravensburger, so a lot of the Happy Days series when you get 4 in a box. About half of those are him, and there's quite a few others as well.
Okay, so you're used to his style, this kind of like digital art, very nostalgic.
Usually, one big old car in front of some buildings in a UK village or town somewhere.
Normally in the north of England.
Yeah. Have you been to Lynmouth?
I haven't.
No.
Actually,
Truly, only in the Americas.
Yeah. So tell us about your experience at the UK Nationals yesterday.
Yeah, it was honestly great. It was a very smoothly run operation. Like we didn't really know what to expect. Well, I didn't know what to expect. Aaron's had a bit more contact with the people running it than I had. But yeah, it was a very well run event. I think there was 200 people for the solo competition, and I don't know how many pairs.
160 pairs.
160 pairs. So we just had just one solo final, one pairs final, both unreleased puzzles. And it was great, and got to meet a few people in real life that we'd like talk to over Zoom calls over the online competitions and stuff we'd run, and it was a nice day, and the weather was incredible for April in the north of England. It was just a glorious sunny day. Everyone was talking about how it felt like Valladolid, like this the weather.
Valladolid,
yeah.
Well, it's probably warmer than Valladolid at the moment.
Well, potentially,
not far from it.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. And what did you think of the puzzle choices?
Yeah.
I mean, go on, we've got them to hand. We've got conveniently to hand.
So this was the solo. I don't know how well that shows up, but that's the solo puzzle that we had.
Yeah, I loved that one. When I saw that, I was like, oh, I want it.
But yes, it was a lot. It was quite stressful to start with, at least, just because there's so many different objects on the image, teeth and cups and stuff. But yeah, it was. I think I'd say towards the more difficult end of what I'd expect. For a solo puzzle, but like it was. I mean, Emma Quirk still managed to finish it in
41 minutes and change.
Yeah, very quickly. So but yeah, I think it was a great choice. It was sort of it was British, obviously with the tea and stuff, but it wasn't like the style of image that we were expecting, which was like the style of image that we were expecting was the style of image we got today, basically. Like that was a nice surprise from that perspective. And then the pairs one, which was this guy here.
What's it called, and what's the artist?
So that's so it's called Number One Crazy Street, and that's by an artist called Stuart Matthews. This was his first puzzle, apparently. So I was talking to him a bit afterwards, and he said he's just, I don't know, he started doing doodles for his friends and stuff, and then eventually it's ballooned into this, and apparently he's got if this is successful, he's got like a whole Crazy Street series planned. He's got so this one has I don't know.
It's a harbour themed.
Yeah, this is sort of a harbour themed one with some a bakery and a bathhouse. I don't know, but he's got more planned at least. And but he's that was a sort of, I think, a very good pairs puzzle. There was lots of sort of bits to sort out, things to for both people to work on. And it's just a fun image, basically.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if the rest of his images are like that, I mean, I'd love to speed puzzle that one. It has so much going on, and
exactly.
In opposition to the teapot one, the things that are going on are not tiny, so you can feel like you're constantly working on something with that type of puzzle.
Yeah, with the teapot and teacups, I think I had about 50 islands of 4 pieces that had to get together or something. Not having the best time.
I still really enjoyed that image. Sorry?
Both artists were there in person, which is always nice.
That's cool.
So, some very frantic Googling, and you kind of know who it is just before. But she failed miserably on the second one, obviously, because he hadn't done any before.
So, yeah, scrolling through different Stuart Matthews, trying to find one that might be puzzle art.
Yeah. And there's some really scary ones that weren't him.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you tell us how you came to be peers partners?
So we weren't pairs at UK Nationals. We didn't pair together at UK Nationals.
Oh, okay.
So we've known each other for what, 15 years-ish, since university. So yeah, I kind of dragged somehow. Well, I dragged you in. I said I'm going to Worlds last year, and then dragged them along. Is what kind of happened. So Graham normally puzzles with his wife.
Yeah.
But because you kindly put events on at 9 a.m. UK time, I get to puzzle with him occasionally when that happens.
Yeah, she refuses to puzzle the early morning events, but we're very excited. There's like a 1 p.m. one coming up that we're signed up for. More of those, please.
Okay. Yeah, I did consider that, because when I was getting some feedback regarding a potential team competition, some people did say to have it later in the day so they could have time to travel, or just to maybe do like a also just to have an extra hour of Lion, and also perhaps some peers want to do like a warm-up puzzle together. Yeah, and I did the Italian competition recently. That was a teams competition on a Sunday afternoon at like 4 o'clock, and that was actually quite fun because we got together. We did and that was a 1,000 piece puzzle. We had time to do a 1,000 piece puzzle as a warm up together. It was a new combination of people. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So your wife Jodie also is a puzzler, and she was also at Worlds last year.
Yeah. So I think Aaron's original intention, because like a year ago, sort of Jodie was like a casual puzzler, and I had never touched a puzzle pretty much. So I think Aaron was trying to get Jodie to go to Worlds, and then I sort of snuck in there. Okay.
I just stuck over to the house, started a puzzle, didn't finish it by the time I left, and then Graham decided to finish it. So.
Yeah. He left a half-finished puzzle on our floor, and I was like, I guess I should finish it, And then I was like, what should I do whilst I'm finishing this puzzle? So I was like, let's look up this World Championships that Aaron keeps talking about. So then I've obviously found Karen Puzzles videos, and I'm like, this is actually quite fun. and then I went and bought my first 500 piece puzzle about 12 months ago, and now own more than one 500 piece puzzle.
And now you've got to 4th place on the MySpeed Puzzling most active solo puzzlers all time. So
what can I say? I'm
just religiously putting the time in.
Prolifically average at puzzling.
So Aaron is quite happy with his mastermind planned.
Yes. So it's all trickery.
Yeah,
I've let Graham get good.
Yeah, and you've also started something in the UK. Tell us about the Puzzle Guzzle.
Yeah, so we sort of, I don't know, if I had to the start, to be honest, I had no idea what the appetite was, if there was appetite for a sort of like an online competition, essentially a bad copy of the EJJ in the UK. But because like I feel like most EJJs get sort of 5 or 6 people from the UK or whatever, and obviously to enter one from here, it's A, you have to be very quick to get a ticket, and B, obviously if you're just ordering one or something, it's quite expensive to get it posted all to the UK. But yeah, so I thought we just thought we'd try and run something and see if people are interested, and we sort of I think we did sold up 35 tickets for the first one, and we sort of kept it at that level since then. But yeah, so it seems like people are interested, unsurprisingly, I guess. But yeah, it's been nice. So we've run 2 of those so far, and we've just sort of recently released like 3 more to be purchased. The first one of those is sold out, and we're doing our first pairs competition early in May. And another individual one at the end of May as well. But yeah, we've been enjoying it. And I think, a lot of people have said to us that they wanted something like this to exist, but they didn't want to have to start it themselves.
Yeah, well, I hope you did lots of good advertising yesterday. I mean, if there's 200 people there, that's potential participants there growing the sport in the UK.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please follow the Puzzle Guzzle on Instagram. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's my plug.
There we go.
But yeah, it's been great, and it's also given me newfound appreciation for people who run these competitions like yourself. Just frantically trying to see who's finishing. Even like, obviously, we do like a third of the people that you do on a call, and we're like still scrambling trying to find who's finished. And we're like, yeah, I think we'll keep it.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
So, are they also mystery puzzles that you're sending out?
Yeah. So it's exactly the same format, basically. Yeah, we just sent them out in a jiffy bag for the time being, and yeah, they all unwrap them on the call and then complete them. We used Cherry Patsy for the first one, did Moonlight Lighthouse or Moonlit Lighthouse. Moonlight Lighthouse. It was funny, the day I bought those puzzles, I was going to buy a different puzzle, but then I was like, well, I'm doing an EJJ this morning, so and I knew it was a Cherry Patsy, so I'll just check, because I was going to buy Magic Krakow for the first competition, and then I unwrapped it. I was like, oh, maybe switch to a different one.
Oh.
So, but yes, and then we did a more friendly puzzle for the second one, which was Clementoni peanuts, very brightly coloured.
That was super fast. The times for that, there were like 40 somethings, and a lot of people got around 50.
Yeah, like
an hour.
A lot of people were saying that was their sort of personal best for a first attempt and stuff like that. But yeah.
I think it does help. It's basically 4 quadrants, so it is 4. You can break it down to 4 mini puzzles, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just want to point out Claudia and Lotta just finished, so that's really great to see. And Karen and Petra are doing really well. So we're cheering for them. And Sarah and Frank have also got plenty of time. They've done the cars, they've done the mountains and the border, and just working on that middle section. So looking really good, guys. Yeah, so Catherine read out your puzzle competition ideas. Would you like to elaborate a bit more on those?
I mean, I have to say, I only read out the first part there. Like one of you had like 3 different ideas. So the first idea was the biathlon.
And I think I stand by the biathlon. I think that one could work. Ultimately, I was trying to just mix puzzling with other sports to try and slow the better puzzlers down. That's the fundamental goal of it, really. But I think I like 99-piece puzzles a lot. So I was like, how can I incorporate this? And I was like, I'll take biathlon. I'm going to replace the shooting element with 99-piece puzzles, and then try and work anything else around that. So, but I tried to balance it such that the running time or skiing time or whatever you want balances out with the puzzling time.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of the typical range for a 99-piece puzzle. I think you could do fine tuning. You could obviously increase the piece count, but increase the distance as well. I'm sure there's something to be had there.
Do you know that they did something similar in Spain already?
Ooh.
So they had a competition where you would run, and then at the checkpoint you would do a puzzle, and then once you solved the puzzle, then you ran again, and then there was so there was one, because Alejandro was telling me about it. There was one that was combining sport with actual puzzling, and so that gave the more sporty people like a chance to get ahead of like the fast puzzles. And then he said there was another one where you did a quiz at the beginning, and depending on how many points you got for the quiz, you got to start earlier.
These are all brilliant ideas.
Yeah.
You also wrote down puzzle boxing. Can you explain?
Well,
I feel like I think it's something from backfire.
Probably backfire.
I think Christian will still just win.
Yeah.
Probably, yes.
Yeah. Again, it's just how can I get some kind of advantage, or at least decrease my disadvantage of my puzzling ability.
I think
it's like a chess boxing a thing. Surely you can make puzzle boxing a thing.
What is chess boxing?
So it's alternating, like, I think it's like 2 minutes of, or a few minutes of chess alternating with a few minutes, 2-minute boxing rounds. So you can either win by checkmate or knockout. It's
So,
So you need
yeah, I'm
muscles
waiting for
and
you
brains.
guys to give us, you know, the first example of this. So
I can't quite work out the puzzling element of it works yet, though. So
The
there's
main
got to be some
problem I
solution.
see with these mixed things is that then we'd have to probably separate the women from the men, because like I don't
Yeah.
I don't see like me boxing
No.
against one of you
No,
that have like a fair.
no. I don't think it's necessary. It's the only way I'm beating Kristen at anything. So, you know. So, you know, I don't see the need for it.
yeah. And you said you like mini puzzles. So would you like a competition using mini puzzles?
Oh, I would love it. Yeah. Absolutely love it. So my relative distance to the best is smaller on the smaller piece counts, I would say.
So do you use those 99-piece puzzles from Ravensburger with a regular size, or do you use like the mini puzzles from like Happily and Sunshine?
No, just the regular size 99s.
Okay.
My hands are I have too much. My sausage fingers wouldn't cope with anything smaller.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's
But
also an
yeah,
option.
we bought one of the what was it, the Mr. Burger Man 99 pieces, and I was surprised at how tiny the actual pieces were. But I was like, I can't imagine doing this quickly. I'd sneeze and the puzzle would fall off the table. So.
Yeah. Well, I actually have quite small fingers, and I do really like those mini puzzles. So I feel like that's something where I could have an advantage on against against many of the men with the bigger hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what's next for you guys? Is it Worlds, Europeans?
I'm not going to Europeans. I am going to Worlds. I think Aaron is undecided.
I'm undecided on Europeans,
but we are both going to Worlds. And yeah, very excited for it. We recruited a 4th team member, so we're locked in for all 3 competitions.
We were recruited and then she came 6th in the UK Nationals. So you know.
Who's
That's
that?
great.
Ruby Lavender.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's done any JJs yet. So
no, but yeah, we met her last year out in Valladolid, and our previous 4th member of the team isn't going this year, so we were on the market.
Yeah, that's great, that you can find like people now. It's easier to find people now in your area with the Instagrams, with all the events that are happening, with the in-person just puzzle meetups, and finding people at work randomly doing puzzles. So for anyone who is looking for teams or pairs or whatever, maybe just put out a puzzle somewhere random and see if someone else finishes. I mean, that was also Aaron's strategy, just starting a puzzle and just hoping that someone would finish it.
Yeah, exactly.
With regards to, I'll just circle back to the sort of new formats thing. I was thinking, well, obviously, I think you did it, Catherine, on the Puzzle Tussle recently, where you had to choose between 2 puzzles. And I feel like since Ravensburger have made the decision to make us do that at Worlds, I'd say that's like the one I've been thinking about most in terms of like actionable formats that you could do, like for an EJJ or for our online competitions, is to obviously the cost would be higher to send 2 puzzles, but yeah, to have 2 puzzles and to make people choose.
Not if you get these boxes with 2 puzzles in them.
That's true. Yeah,
they're not that much more expensive than one puzzle. So maybe that could
that's
work
true.
out.
Actually, yeah, good point.
Yeah, I do actually have that planned. So that is something on my mind about this. You know, you get 2 puzzles in the first round. If they keep it that way, I hope that they don't like switch it up like 3 weeks before. But in the next batch of puzzles that I've been planning for July and August, and just in the beginning of September, I have planned 3 events where there will be 2 puzzles, 2 500-piece puzzles, and you get to pick one of them. One might possibly be a pairs puzzle, but you still have to pick
Yeah.
Because I think it's also good if you're with a pair that you also talk about, like, why would this one be quicker? Why might this one be a bit, would we struggle a bit more? Because I think a lot of people would just have like mind blank. Like you're looking at two puzzles and you're like, oh, I like red. Okay, I'll go for this one. And then you're like doing it and you're like, why did I pick this one? Like, I definitely think it's a skill we need to practice.
Yeah. Get over the panic.
Especially if both pieces of relatively equal difficulty, like the one that we did in the puzzle tussle. Honestly, I mean, I knew what the puzzles would be in advance because I have to order the puzzles. But I was thinking the whole time, which one am I going to do? And in the end, I just was like, okay, whichever puzzle is at the top is the one that I will do. So I don't know if like more time actually would help deciding, unless the puzzles are very, very different. And then it gets interesting, you know, if somebody's really good at doing gradients, they might go like for a puzzle that has lots of sky. If somebody else is really good at busy puzzles, they might choose like the teapots, you know, over like one that is only sky. So I wonder what the choices will be at Worlds this year, if they are two similar puzzles or if they are two very different puzzles. I think that's also something you can play with when you're like doing a competition that way with both puzzles. However, most of the puzzles that come in with two puzzles in a box are always two very similar puzzles. So
Yeah.
That's also what I noticed, because I was looking like triple. Yeah, so from your puzzle tussle, that's where I realized that there were two boxes, two in one box from the Triple 500. So I was looking at them and I noticed that they were all kind of similar. It was like two kind of country camping scenes, or two like, you know, just the same artist, but like this one has a lake and the other one has a river. And I was like looking at them and I'm like, yeah, but it kind of doesn't, with these ones, it kind of doesn't really matter. Like they look so similar. But I think it would be much more interesting where you have like a busy puzzle and a non-busy puzzle. And then people, like if the purpose is to give everybody a fair chance in the first round that they can do a puzzle that plays to their strength, I'm assuming then there would be two different puzzles, but it's not really going to be helpful if you get something like, I don't know, the peacock and the butterfly. Okay, maybe people would choose the butterfly, but I don't know, the glacier and epic journey. It's like neither of them where you just feel both lost. Like I hope that there would be, you know, maybe an illustration and a photo, something where people can look and go, oh, I'm going to gravitate towards that.
Yeah, I think the two like interesting versions of the format are where there's two puzzles that are very different styles, but are of kind of a similar difficulty for like, you know, across the board. Or there's two puzzles that are a very similar style and look similar, but one of them is like sneakily harder. Like, so there is a right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like in an ideal world, it's two. Yeah, you have like two, like you say, very different image styles, and you can just pick to your strengths. Or in the Worlds case, pick the one that you've done 4 times in preparation for Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hope that this year for Worlds, all the puzzles will be unreleased. I mean, if they're doing unreleased puzzles for US nationals, for UK nationals, I feel like they can probably do it also for Worlds. And I'm just hoping that's going to be the case. But if I'm trying to think of the teams puzzles that they always give you at the Worlds, they're not always equal. There's always clear. Most of the time there's like puzzles that are clearly faster than others.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wonder what they will actually do in the end.
Yeah.
Oh, Zara and Frankel left.
Maybe they had a connection problem. We'll wait around for a bit because
yeah.
I mean, they were doing pretty well. And they're still 25 minutes. They could finish. So what do you think about in general of like, if we're looking ahead to Worlds, about like, what was your first reaction when you read that rule change?
Oh, bad. I think it's bad.
Okay.
I think it's bad. I mean, I think it's an extra thing that as a participant that I can mess up. So it's bad on that level. But I think the bigger problem is it's just like from like a presentation point of view, it's just like, it feels like it's so much harder to commentate on when there's a bunch of people doing two different puzzles. Like I just, and from a viewer's point of view, it's just, I feel like it's more confusing for anyone who just like any casual person who might be tuning in for the first time. Also added to that, presumably like just extra clutter on the floors, like from a logistics point of view, just on the floor of the dome. There's just you just have to stash extra puzzles like under your chair and stuff. I think I'm not a fan of the decision.
I think maybe a reason, I'm trying to think like, why did they come up with this idea? And one of the things I can think about is that maybe they just want everyone to be able to take home 2 puzzles. Even if you don't move on to the next round, and with more and more people coming, it'll be harder and harder to move on to the second round. So maybe they were just thinking of a way that like everyone can take home 2 puzzles, then also people feel like they get like their money's worth back compared to like how much the inscription is and things like that. And because honestly, I can't really think of like another reason, because like you said, it's like logistically harder, it's just practically harder to do. And it's testing a skill that especially unexperienced puzzlers don't have. So I'm feeling like it's putting anyone who's not experienced with themselves and like who hasn't been speed puzzling that long at a huge disadvantage, because ask any person who is not speed puzzling for more than 6 months to choose, and they will probably go for a puzzle that just looks nice, but it's like harder than other puzzles. I have this all the time when my family tries to buy puzzles from me. They're like, oh, I bought this puzzle. Look how pretty it is. And then I'm like, well, but this is going to take me like 5 hours to complete. Why did you buy this for me? So, you know, maybe they'll
I think even to speak to the person, you getting 2 puzzles to take home point. I mean, that was the case last year, but one of the puzzles was still a lovely unreleased puzzle that served as a nice memento from your trip to Worlds.
It does get rid of the queue, I guess, of people trying to collect the semi-final puzzles that didn't qualify, but that's, I think, the only positive.
There were really long queues. Even people were queuing up straight after the countdown. Basically, they got into the line, but they saw what the puzzle was. They were like, and then there would already be this queue, and I didn't really understand that because I didn't really look into the details to know you're supposed to line up and get that, because I did qualify individually and in the pairs for the semi-final, so we got the second puzzle anyway. So another perspective is possibly that for people coming from outside of Germany, of outside Europe, that have different access to different catalogs, it could be like there's a puzzle that's on the German market, and maybe one from the UK,
one on the US one,
or maybe one that's released this year, and maybe one that was released last year that people in Australia and New Zealand have, because they get like really kind of far down the line. Possibly that, maybe it's something
which could all be solved by obviously giving everyone unpublished puzzles at the competition.
Yes.
And I sort of think, like, because like people are coming from all around the world to this competition, I feel like the actual, like, if it's a cost issue, for example, the actual cost of entering the event makes up a pretty small percentage of the cost of our trip to go to Worlds, right? So I feel like they could just charge whatever it is, an extra €10 for a ticket to give to shoulder the production costs of just making any like unique puzzle for this competition. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm going anyway. I don't care.
Suffer the rules regardless.
Yeah, and we'll have a great time.
Exactly.
So what were your highlights last year at Worlds?
I'd say, well, we got to, for a start, when we went, we knew absolutely no one. And so like getting to meet a lot of people with the UK JPA, and I think specifically going out drinking the night after the competition ended with them was
I think some of the Australians and the Americans are out as well.
So we got to talk to a few people there, which was nice. And from a competition point of view, I very much enjoyed pairs competition with Jodie. because that's the only first round we got through. So we'll hang on to that. But yeah, like overall, it was a very positive experience, I would say.
And I enjoyed the quiz because that's probably where we were most competitive.
Do you have a lot of experience with pub quizzes?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a big thing in the UK, I suppose.
I forgot we saw Charlie this weekend, so I forgot to bribe him to get the good questions in.
Yeah. Great. So it looks like Sarah and Frank are not coming back. They left about 5 minutes ago. Maybe I'll get in touch with them later. So yeah, is there anything else you'd like to share about your experience on the EJJ or speed puzzling, how it's changed your life?
That's not specific. It has changed my life in terms of I know half of my house is full of puzzles.
Yeah. Where is it? Did you talk? There's just a big stack of puzzles in the back corner. That's how it's changed my life. That's about it.
You're responsible for that, Aaron. That corner is because of you.
Well, this is, to be fair, this is actually Aaron's corner.
Yeah,
in Aaron's house.
Yeah, in my house. Yeah, so it's my corner.
Oh, it's your.
My corner's much more organised.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you have to get shelves for your puzzles so they have a home to live in.
Well, I should be moving house soon, so I'm using that excuse as the reason not to.
But yeah, in terms of EJJs, I want to thank you, Michelle, for running them, honestly, because I know it's difficult. I know it's a lot of work, and we genuinely, everyone appreciates them a lot. And we're all very excited for the ones coming up, the anniversary, the unreleased puzzle, the 1 p.m. pairs especially. But yeah, thank you.
I'm less happy about the 1 p.m. pairs.
Oh yeah, of course.
You've been bumped, Aaron.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I have to say, I really appreciate your answers. Like for a long time, like every time I'm like, I just feel like, Aaron, you've been laughing the whole way through this interview. I feel like that's your face when you're like typing the answers on the registration form.
Definitely.
Like you're like, what can I write this week?
It's just so hard to be serious and sincere with these things.
Oh. Well, this time you got like, and this time you both said yes, because previously you've been putting like, oh, not this time, not this time. And
Aaron made me press yes. That's basically.
We figured it was straight after UK Nationals. You did say on a previous one you wanted to talk to us, so I was like, all right, making claim to it.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Well, we've really enjoyed your company today. Yeah, and you did a great top 20 for you guys. So yeah, thanks for chatting with us, and we'll see you in some future EJJs, and good luck with your local competitions.
Thank you.
Appreciate
it.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Guys. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, and everyone except Sarah and Frank finished, so everyone did really great. And I'll check in with them later. Maybe their connection just dropped out. And Catherine, any live streams you're going to be following today?
I've been like, just this weekend for me has all been speed puzzling. I'm definitely gonna try to watch all the finals for the US Nationals that I can see today. I sadly couldn't see the pairs final yesterday because my bedtime is too early.
It was like after midnight. I saw the first finish, which was Andrea and Kelly. So I was like, yay, go! And then Connor and Josh Traeger, and then I was like, okay, I really need to put it away now. The rest can wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, and then yesterday I was following the all of the others as well. Not so. Yeah, it's hard to decide what to watch. So I'm sure today we'll also have less watchers than usual because there's just so much going on, and it's really exciting to see all of these events popping up. I just yesterday had the idea: wouldn't it be cool if there was like a TV channel that would just be showing all the nationals, that would be like the chain.
Exactly. Then you wouldn't need to go searching for which channel at what time. It would just be like, okay, this is the competition, it's ended, right? And here comes the next one.
Exactly. And that could maybe even switch around and have like picture in picture, like how they do with football and all the other sports. So like somebody who's in this field, like give me a call, like let's figure something out.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. Yeah, so we'll be very excited to see the results of the competitions today, the finals from Finland and Denmark, US, and also to hear how the Dutch Jan van Haasteren competition is going, because I think that's only happening today. I didn't see anything online of that yesterday. Yeah, so all right, well, let's get back to time for some lunch. And yeah, thank you so much for your time today, Catherine. It's been a pleasure as always. And yeah, thanks to everyone who's been following along on YouTube. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.